Peace, family. Back with a video. I'm fresh off that FBA Rally for Reparations / Juneteenth celebration. I just want to send a special shout out and salute to all of the speakers and to our brother Tariq Nasheed for putting on such a great event. And I also want to give a personal special shout out to our brother Black Alpha Network for coming and lacing my page up with some game. He spit some hot fire on my page, and that brother didn't have to do that for me, and I appreciate that. And today the topic we're going to be talking about is other groups of people, meaning other races of people, needs foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black Americans need no one. We're a standalone group, and we have been standing alone for many years in this fight. So we see evidence of this when it comes to them trying to get us to co-sign the Gaza thing. Not saying that we want anything to happen to anyone, because we don't. But we're just in favor of, like our brother Tariq Nasheed says, let these other groups of people hold their own nuts. We got to hold ours. Y'all got to hold yours. So we see evidence of this with Gaza. Well, what do the foundational Black Americans think about this? Well, what do they think about that? We need their energy. They got to get our energy to signal boost things, sort of like a rocket ship, because our energy sends things to space, sends it out of this world. As soon as we co-sign it, everyone else will gravitate to that message. That's why they also want us to see what we think about, try to get us on this political thing with the presidency. Can we get foundational Black Americans get on the Republican side? Can we get them on the Democratic side? We ain't on any damn side, truth be told, not to those reparations is distributed for the atrocities our ancestors had to endure and then building this nation. So I'm in favor of us just sitting this out on the couch, when it comes to that presidential election. And we also need a Black hate crimes bill. Till them things are produced, I'm in favor of just chilling. And that is what it is. We ain't gonna be shamed into voting. We ain't gonna be shamed into not speaking up and wanting reparations. People want to say, well, oh, that's a handout. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Shut y'all asses up. Y'all ain't doing nothing but fleeing y'all ass over here to the land our ancestors built. And it ain't begging our, for things if I give somebody $20 and I come for my $20 back, that ain't begging or asking for a handout. No, that's what my just due back. I lent it, the same way our ancestors had to build up this nation. And they didn't get reparations, and we are our ancestors, so we entitled to those reparations. Damn that. We ain't got to feel bad or feel ashamed about even speaking out against white supremacy. When we call out white supremacy, why you guys always want to talk about white supremacy? Because we fight white supremacy as foundational Black Americans. Somebody got to fight it. Everybody can't just lay docile and dormant. The system must fall. It must collapse. It's a weak system, and eventually it's going to fall, but I digress. But yeah, other groups of people need foundational Black Americans. We need no one, and we ain't going to be shamed into picking up and putting on a case for any of these other groups, because they don't put it on for us. You see what just happened to our FBA elders down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 100 and some years old. These brothers and sisters asking for their reparations for the atrocity that was committed against them, that's old to them, and y'all some dirty bastards still don't want to give it. They drop bombs on, the United States government dropped bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma, just because they was hated and didn't want to see Black folks do good. They bombed businesses, homes. Hundreds of Black men, women, and children were killed during this bombing of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and still no cash reparations. And we know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't slick. Y'all just waiting for these brothers and sisters to pass away, so y'all ain't got to give them shit, truth be told. We know the game. The name of the game is benign neglect. To deny foundational Black Americans was old to them. Y'all take and sit up and lift all these immigrant groups just to get them over top of us, to keep us down. Because y'all know if we come to the top, we taking over things. We take over things, and everything we come in contact with, foundational Black Americans thrive at it. And I mean thrive at it, And we ain't got to look back to some African dynasty or great African kingdom, to pull and get strength from. No, we can look to strength right here on our own homeland and on our soil, because we were here, many of us. Some of us were taken from Africa and changed, but many of us were already here. We're the Black Aboriginals, and we built this nation, and we ain't got to look back to Africa or anything. All we got to look to is the Buffalo Soldiers, the Tuskegee Airmen, our great civil rights leaders that stood up for the rights of every American. And truth be told, we should have just been fighting for our own rights and not really pushing for immigration. But our ancestors did what they thought they had to do at the time, being the circumstances they were dealing with. So I don't fault them. And we should have not looked for inclusion and just really circled our wagons and built our own communities and our own businesses. And I feel we would have been much farther than what we are now. And in closing, I want to tell y'all a little story. One time I was at the grocery store, and in my older videos, you know, I had more of a global mind when it came to blackness. I want everybody to do good. I ain't anti anybody, but I'm just, circling the wagon around my foundational Black American lineage. So I used to wear my kente cloth, and a sister from over there in Africa, was questioning me. I felt, like, why are you wearing this? Like, I shouldn't be wearing it or something. Because I had a kente cloth bandana, and she like, it came out of her village. What do I know about it? So I told her what I knew about the kente cloth or whatever like that. And when I flipped and reversed the question to her and posed the question, well, what do you know about foundational Black American history? She drew up a blank. And truth be told, foundational Black American history is the only reason that woman was able to come into this country. Any immigrant. We never fled. We the only group of people that never fled. We're on our own homeland. We're the only group of people that fought in every single war. No one else has a claim quite like foundational Black Americans. So for that lady not to know that, that was really, sad, because how you don't know about foundational Black American struggle, and our struggle is the reason any immigrant, but especially Black immigrants, are even allowed into America. But in closing, I'm in favor of how Brother Tariq Nasheed says, let these other groups of people just hold their own nuts. Stop looking to us to co-sign and get on board with things. Just my thoughts on the matter. Hold your own nuts. Peace.